Hello, YouTube chat. Today we have a pretty exciting stream, at least for me personally. But first, how are we all doing on this fine Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Wednesday evening? I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. That's pretty cool. What is up, Flips, Brody, Kyle, Sword, Skull, Lego, Sam, Eric, Nobert, Pyro. Pyro, what is up, bro? Yo, Pyro. Do you maybe sometime this week, before next Monday, want to put together something with me? It has to do with a certain popular game that's been making the rounds lately. I don't know, you ever heard of Lethal Company? You ever heard of Lethal Company? I don't know. Have you ever heard of Lethal Company? I like Lethal Company. So, chat. Today is a pretty exciting stream. And the only reason, well, not the only reason, but main reason that it's a pretty exciting stream is because I have this right here. Now, you may be saying, hey, Ethan, I thought you already got a Superfly. Yes, I did. Why'd you take it apart already? I didn't. BBSuperfly is just lit like that. They just built kind of different. So that's what we will be checking out today. Also on the docket, it's kind of a Balisong maintenance stream after a while. But also on the docket, I believe that the legendary Zippy Balisong has given me a way to finally get the pivots out of the end of my Vault Pro. And I can finally try that out without, you know, breaking it, hopefully. We'll see. Stay tuned for that one. What up, Beaver? First of all, let me see if my backup chat is still needed. Oh, it's not. The chat actually works again. Let's fucking go. I like the other chat. I like this chat, but it's just, it's so bad looking. This one is at least more unified. Also, yeah, some people have noticed. I put Junior behind my beanie because I thought it would be funny. It's Junior. Oh, Ty's here. Perfect. Yeah, look, chat. It's a silly little guy. Jumbo, yo. I am now going to turn that off because it's going to be really annoying for the rest of the stream. There we go. Have you ever flipped the Polaris Balisong? I have. I was not terribly impressed with it. It's not bad, but it's not anything that I would ever go out of my way to buy. I have mine coming in soon. It was on sale, so I snagged one. On sale, it's actually not the worst value out there. Like I think it was $90 on sale. I think you're gonna enjoy it, but I would never ever pay $180 for one of those things. Especially in a world where the Prisma Pro exists and is the same price. Polaris is the single best sub $200 Balisong on the market. This is a joke. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's also not good, I found. Like, it's much better than I think I was expecting. Much better than I was expecting, in the sense that it didn't make me want to, like, die when I flipped it, which I was half expecting that it would. But the reality of it is it's just not worth $180. $90 though, it's not a bad deal. Yeah, for $90, sure. That's probably about, like, I would have put I think the value that I initially said I would pay for it at Blade Show when I tried it was like $120. It's not a bad $120 Balisong. Definitely not a bad $90 Balisong. All the links to everything, Instagram, Discord, is in the description. Also, I do apologize for the lack of streams lately, and also for my lower energy than normal on stream, because I'm still wiped out from the Bally Awards, I have to be honest. I am genuinely still wiped out from the Bally Awards. I've been so contented out. I've just been playing Minecraft and Risk of Rain the past few days. I'm playing a little guitar. It's been nice, but I'm still, like, very contented out. Recently saw the video of your Damascus Kraken. I thought it looks amazing. I love my Damascus Kraken. It is very, very nice. Which one's better, the Vault Pro or the Kraken V3? I went back and forth trying to answer this question quite a bit when I initially got the two. I think ultimately I prefer the Kraken Trainer V3, but considering how difficult a decision it was for me and how different they are in price, the Kraken Trainer is like $220, the Vault Pro is $140, I would go with the Vault in most cases. Like, yes, ultimately I like the Kraken Trainer better, and I think it just feels a little better in the hand, it's a little more quality, yada yada yada. But considering how difficult it was for me to make that decision and how much of a difference there is in the two prices, I'd go Vault Pro. Kumi with the new channel. What up, Kumi? What up, Jack? But yeah, so chat, today is the day. So, you guys might remember in my Superfly video, I specifically had an issue with how it chaplined. And I didn't mention, like, it wasn't bad, because at the time it wasn't, but ultimately over the course of the next few days that I was flipping it, it became a pretty big issue. But I hadn't uploaded the, hadn't uploaded the follow-up video. But, like, flipping it for that night left a pretty good blister on my finger. I now have a callus around my entire finger that is pretty crazy because of the discomfort that I personally experience while chaplining on the Superfly. And that all comes down to this Zen area right here. You can see that this Zen area, or maybe you can't see, but this Zen area is very sharp. And I shouldn't say sharp, it's just, it's a bit much, I guess. One Balisong that is notorious for having this issue is the Flytanium Fly 1. Probably the single most uncomfortable chaplain I have ever felt on a Balisong. And oh, look at that. They logged me out of Instagram. God damn it. Oh, wonderful. It needs a fucking security code. Enjoy Junior for a little bit. I really should check this stuff before I go live, but, like, who would ever think to check that? Certainly not my dumbass. Bing, bing, bing. Bong, bong, bong. There we go. Now I can't wait for my camera to be all messed up. Kind of. Okay. So, the original model of the Superfly, or the Super CUDA, I should say, not the Superfly. I don't think the Superfly normal ones have this issue, but they might. Is that it's an uncomfortable chaplain. You have a very dramatic Zen cup area right there. And BB Barfly not 2 days. In fact, I think it was the next day after that I posted that video and I was like, hey, like, you know, you remember how I mentioned it? Like, it wasn't the biggest deal in the world, but I was just having a little bit of discomfort. They messaged me the next day with this picture. Hey, we fixed it and we're sending you a new blade in the mail. And it got here today. And I was like, holy cow. To have feedback as a content creator that makes videos about Balisongs, to have a company take feedback is already something that's pretty cool. I experienced that a lot with, I think it was FlipForge. There's a few notable makers that have done really good work in like taking feedback and iterating on their process. I don't think I've ever seen it as happen as fast as BBSuperfly. And they even do this for the community. If you remember when the Superfly, not the Superfly, if you remember when the Firefly V2 released, they changed the design within 24 hours of revealing it because the community was like, this needs jimping, this needs lines here, blah, 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 blah. So it seems like they did that again. You can see on the right, this is how it used to be. It's not bad, but if you have small fingers going and chaplaining on this little corner here, it can be pretty uncomfortable, and it was for me. Now with this new design, it's a much more rounded looking edge, and there shouldn't be as much discomfort there. Now the other side's exactly the same, but you shouldn't be chaplaining over there anyway because that's the bite side. So I am personally very excited to get this blade on and check it out because personally, that was my biggest issue with the Superfly. I've actually really been enjoying flipping it. Flipping a heavier Balisong again has been really nice. I like the balance. I like all of that. It's just been the chaplains. The chaplains just haven't felt the best. And again, they don't feel awful. They just don't feel the best. So I'm excited to see if this change makes a notable difference, if it makes a tiny difference, if it doesn't make a difference at all. I'm assuming it'll make a pretty good difference. But also what I want to do is change the spacer weight. So you can see the brass weight in there. I want to move it down to the end of the handle and see how that changes the balance. Because I like the balance right now, but I think maybe a little more momentum in the end of the handles could benefit my personal flipping style. So that's the plan today. That is the plan today. Also on the docket, like I said before, finally maybe getting the pivots out of the Vault Pro, the end of the Vault Pro. Pretty sure chat just crashed because usually we don't have a higher than normal number of viewers and no messages come through for minutes at a time. So sorry about that. YouTube, maybe it's back now. Hopefully I'll be able to get the pivots out of the end of my Vault Pro handles and I will be able to flip it without the pivots because I'm excited to try that. I think it will actually be pretty good. And then after that, who knows? Maybe I'll play Risk of Rain but in VR. Or Minecraft on Dasuko's server. Who knows? We will check all of that out and more. But before we get into that, I need to set up for Balisong maintenance. Balisong maintenance stream, chat. Here we go. They have Risk of Rain in VR. They do. It is a mod. And I've played it before. It's an incredibly well-made mod for what it is. You have to buy a new... Because of the Bally Awards, Pyro, did you actually break your chair? That's insane. I wonder if Den broke his chair. That's what I'll be doing, Kumi. Zippy came out with his Zippy spacers or the Zippy mods for the Vault Pro, and with it, he figured out a solution to hopefully help some of the people who have stuck pivots, which is pretty cool. So we'll be diving into all of that today, but once again, I just need to get set up for Balisong maintenance, so give me 1 second. Got to get my Bally spindle. Got to get my pivot needle, although in this case, I don't think we'll need it. Get my cloth out. And get my little Squid Industries placemat cloth out so that I don't stain. Who cares if I stain my desk mat? My desk mat is already gross. I need a new desk mat so bad. But I don't want to put any money into my setup until I'm actually going to be able to use it, because I go off to school and then I don't touch my setup for months at a time. Bally Spindle, what up, Bark Handle? Are you ever going to consider getting the Zippy mods for both the Superfly and the Vault Pro? So Zippy, I love what Zippy does, genuinely. I think he does really, really cool stuff. But I have never really flipped a Balisong where I was like, I need the Zippy mods to make this a good experience. And the Superfly and the Vault Pro are definitely not going to be those Balisongs. Maybe I'll eventually look at them just to like check them out so I can tell people about them. But as of right now, the Superfly and Vault Pro are really, really good already to me. So I don't have any current plans to get any inserts for the blade or anything like that. That being said, the Vault Pro, maybe I'll get some 3D printed spacers, or not spacers, scales, if I can get the pivots out. I haven't considered that yet because these pivots have been stuck, so if I get the pivots out, maybe I'll get some new scales. I'll get like gold and what would be a good color to match with gold? Green? Golden. I could finally have my golden green Balisong. I don't know. One thing that I do plan on doing is I think I'm going to hit up Solaire and get the Superfly modded. I think that's going to be in the plans. And maybe since I'm finally sending stuff out for modding, maybe I'll send the Kuno to him too. It depends if I get a cool idea for the Kuno. I think I'm going to keep at least one of them raw titanium because I do like silver. But I would really like to have a Balisong that's like sunset, sunrise, or maybe like blue to green and then like purple to something. I don't know. I want to do something really cool though. And then the Kuno has infinite possibilities with that blade. Did Barfly send you the Superfly, by the way? Yes, they did. They used to work with Ty and sent all their products to him for Blade Bias review. Not review, but checking out on Blade Bias. And now they reached out expressing interest in continuing that relationship, but with me, which is pretty cool. I'm very honored to work with them. Yeah, that's the whole belly spindle. Okay. Congrats. Thanks, man. I'm very, 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 very honored. Very, very honored. This is gonna be scuffed. Yeah, it's gonna be really scuffed. Hold on. Why can't you just stay there, though? Just stay there. Just stay there. Please. You know what? That works. Perfect. Okay. Welcome to Crotch Cam chat. And for some reason, my keyboard's been stuck on Minecraft mode. No, this doesn't work. What do you mean? I've never solved a Rubik's Cube in my life, brother. Don't worry, it'll come back, right? It'll come back. The camera will come back, please. Please? It's not gonna come back. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Oh, there it is. Oh, and the zoom is all fucked up. There we go. That's gonna have to work. That is gonna have to work. Which actually it's not the most awful thing in the world. Actually, I just realized Barfly sent me extra hardware and it's sitting on my bed. So let me go grab that. I don't think I'll need it. Especially because I already have extra hardware that came in the package with the Superfly. But you never know with a project like this. This could either be the simplest thing I've ever done. I mean, probably not as simple as the Machinewise stuff, but maybe. Or it could be a hellish experience that I never want to have again. Oh no, this is a speed stack mat. When I was... How old was I? When I was in, I want to say like 6th grade, they made us do speed stacking or cup stacking, speed stacking, whatever in gym class. And I got super into it for like a year. I never like got so into it that I like had times or anything like that, because when I was 12, I was too busy eating crayons to like worry about competing or getting better times or anything like that. But I cup stacked. I still have the set. I think they're over in my closet somewhere. I could probably still do something. I never got like crazy fast or anything, but it was just something that I did for fun sometimes. You know, it was a goofy little thing for a goofy little 12-year-old to do. And then the speed stack mat, I was looking for a good mouse pad because I hated having a small mouse pad in this desk. So I just broke out the cup stacking mat and used it as my mouse pad. And it works good. It's dirty, but it works good. I do need a new one, though. I need a new mat. Anyway. Let's tear into the Superfly, shall we? Which we're taking off the blade, so... Oh, I just oiled this thing, too. I should have thought that one through. Cup stacking used to be sick. I can still very, very vividly remember like the tempo and the sound that they made and all of that. But that was definitely that was tightened really, really hard. What the hell? That was definitely just a phase. I haven't cup stacked in years. Okay, so this is... Shout out, by the way, the Bally Spindle chat. I really do... Like, I'm not just saying this because Bark's in chat, but I genuinely do love how organized it lets you be with your screws. So why does this screw not want to come out? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. All right, so that was the safe spacer. Put that at the bottom. Oh, and then this. Okay, so yeah, we don't even need to take out the other side, so that's good. He's my shill. Dude, I'm tightening this. I'm an idiot. I will shill anything that makes my life easier, genuinely. Also, why is... I think this is a handle squeezer screw. Anything that makes my life easier, I will shill it endlessly. Pivot needle, Bally spindle, Balisong, green screen. Ooh! What the fuck? Oh, the Zen pin. Okay. So, Zen pin. I'm going to need to clean the inside of this, and I want to move... I got to figure out how the weights go in, and then I want to move it to the end here. But I need my cloth, because this is going to be really, really... This is going to be gross. Flipping my Cygnus? Nice. Oh, you're flipping your Superfly while you're watching this? Dude, I like the Superfly. I'm honestly kind of a Superfly shill, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect I was gonna like it because it was heavy. Like, I expected I was gonna like it, but I didn't expect I was gonna love it because it was kind of heavy for my preferences. I really enjoy flipping it. Like, there are... Is that... Oh my god, that... Holy shit. That was terrifying. Sorry, my heart just got racing. This smells like gas. This I don't know what is going on inside the Superfly. It smells like gas. So I just got a huge whiff of like, oh my god, the other side of my basement there is a gas leak, but there's not. It's the Superfly for some reason. It's the lube they use. Like natural gas, like a gas leak. But like as soon as I turn away, it's gone. It's I don't know what they use on this, but I think I'm losing brain cells every time I sniff it. No, I sorry, Kumi, I don't want to tempt you, but I like the Superfly. I like it quite a bit. Use motor oil? Yeah, something like that. Like, gas is probably a bad way to describe it, but it's not a... let's just say this. It's not a smell you want to smell when you're in your basement. You know? The Superfly is definitely a Balisong that, like, older Balisong flippers would enjoy, I feel like. Because it's kind of heavy. It's titanium sandwich. It doesn't it surprisingly doesn't really have like the barfly like uniqueness to it. It's definitely unique, but this is definitely one of the most normal flipping Balisongs that Barfly has ever put out, I would say. Look at this. They even engraved their... You see that? You got the logo and the name in there? That's pretty cool. These maybe, like, these are incredibly simple handles. Like, in terms of design. Like, there isn't too much going on here. I'm sure they were hell to machine with these pockets and all the holes and the... They're very simple, but they work. They work very well. I'm trying to remember how I had this, actually. So this, the Zen pin is there. I think, okay. It doesn't matter. I wanted to try and unscrew it. Oh, I didn't unscrew this side. I unscrewed this side. So that's how we did it. What the hell? Well, that brass weight came out. That was easy. I wonder why the other one didn't come out that easy. How would you compare this to the other titanium bottle opener trainer, the Madco? Oh shoot, I'm not being organized here. Bite spacer, bite pivot. Gosh, that's a good question. How would I compare these two? Are you going to try it without the weights sometimes? I mean, I could try it this stream without the weights. So why is this not coming apart? There we go. I could try it without the weights. I don't really think I'm going to like it without the weights. But how... I honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I can accurately make this comparison because it's been a while since I flipped the Madco. But I honestly think I would pick the Superfly. They're very, very similar. They're both titanium bottle openers. They're both a very similar weight as far as I know. With the Madco, you get the shark and the ring. With the Superfly, you get sandwich construction, adjustable weights, and in my opinion, a very similar, like, personality-wise blade. I'd probably pick the Superfly, to be honest. I like this blade shape a lot more. And not even to mention the fact that you can choose, like, your blade for the Superfly. With the Madco, you have one option and one option only. With the Superfly, you got 4 options, which is, you can't deny there's value in that. Later, Bar Candle, have a good one. Yeah, and it's cheaper. I mean, that's a huge thing. So yeah, I would probably pick the Superfly, but in order for me to accurately say that in a video, I would say I can't. Like, if I were to make a blade bias video on the topic, I would have to try the Madco again. Also, I'm pretty sure I never cleaned off this bushing. Yeah, this... I'm actually really happy to clean this out. This smells awful. It smells like an auto shop in here. Ugh, I dropped my bushing. Although, you know what? Not as bad as NRB's oil. Sorry. I went there. What do you think of Blake's Nikiri? Do you think it looks good? Yeah, it's a complicated question. Safe bite, safe bite, safe bite. Safe bite, safe bite, safe bite. Okay. It's a complicated question. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the design of it. I think it's really pretty ugly and it doesn't look very comfortable with the really aggressive texture. I also am a little bit confused what the big draw of his integrated channel weight system is. It just seems like a spacer to me. But people swear by it, so I think I'd really have to, like, people who flip it say that it's fucking amazing, so I would have to try one before I really say if I would like it or not. But just from looks, just from judging it on things that you can judge from afar without flipping it, like looks, design, all that, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Especially, the biggest problem I have with it is that it has no tip. Like, Blake always kind of talked about the fact that, oh, hey, it doesn't have a tip, so there's nothing to break. But at the same time, like, how do you... Poking through stuff and then cutting is kind of how you use a knife, right? Especially when you're opening things. You know all the times I take my SlifT and I put it straight through a package and then I cut across? You can't do that with the Nikiri. And I enjoy at least having utility in my Balisongs. I really enjoy being able to use it as an actual knife. So a Balisong without a tip just sounds very, very useless to me for being a live blade. But that's just me. Alright, chat. If you're just joining us, like Steffi is, I received a new blade from BBSuperfly, which aims to fix the Chaplain experience that the Superfly had. If you look right here, this is the old design right here. This is the new design. It's a much more gradual roll-off and should make the Chaplain experience much more comfortable for people like me who have small fingers. Also, we can turn off that chat. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see if it does as advertised. It feels a lot more comfortable to the hand just rubbing my finger over it, so... Superfly TI, adjustable weight, spare hardware for $250 is a good deal. Little carrying case too. Well, you do have to judge it at $325, which is its list price. Obviously, I mentioned it was good for $240. That's just because it's on sale right now. When I talk about it in my updated video, I am going to have to judge it on its original list price, which is $325. But considering that that's the same price as a Vortex V3, I would say it's a pretty damn good deal. You get the carrying case, you get extra hardware, you get a bottle opener keychain, you get an actual keychain, you get adjustable weights, customizable blade, titanium sandwich design, which is really interesting. Like, that's a solid deal. That is a solid deal. And also, shout out Barfly. He tuned these are tuned bushings. Which is why the blade is taped like this. Because he tuned the bushings for me. Like, how sick is that? Barfly has absolutely impressed me in the past with their ability to take feedback and implement it. But this is... I feel like this is on another level. Yeah, by extra hardware, you get pins, washers, bushings, a T8-bit, or sorry, a T10-bit, Zen pins, spacers, which the spacers aren't anything. It looks like the spacers are just the pivots that they use. You get weights. This... Oh, they're Loctited in. Ooh, I don't like that. Look at that giant glob of Loctite. Ew. I'm going to do something dumb. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't do this. Ooh, that's... Okay, that's weird. That's like in there. All right, well, it's just going to be full of Loctite. That's fine. Safety, blade safety. Let's go, chat. Good job. Okay. Oh, that means that the... Oh, shoot. I hope that doesn't end up being an issue. I think it might actually, like, have trouble fitting in the weight now. This... Where's the barfly? There are extra weights in here, aren't there? There are. I'm just going to replace the weight. I don't want grubby Loctite in my weights. Yeah, there's so many extra weights. What the hell? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 extra weights, which is crazy. This doesn't even have positions for 8 extra weights. All you can really do is put them there and there. So yeah, that's going to be the easiest weight replacement in my life, because these are like... They're like grubby. See that? Who am I kidding? You guys can't see that. I need to get an actual camera for stream eventually, because I'm so tired of having this fucking 720p bullshit. No focusing, can't show anything up close. I'm sick of using my phone as my camera. Truth be told. Alright, so we got new weights. I'll try it with all the weights out, but I can already tell you I won't like it with all the weights in, so I'm honestly not even going to bother trying it with that. We're going to move the weights to the end of the handle so that it carries a little bit more momentum. Should actually be up here in this one, I'm now realizing. Boom. Boom. Although, I don't know. I think I'm going to move it back eventually. I don't know. Kind of been eyeing a Prisma Pro. Wait, what do you mean, this baking? Barfly would 100% be a lot bigger if their stuff wasn't so weird. I mean, probably, but at the same time, they would lose everything that makes them special. I don't think you're going to like it as much with no weights. I don't either, but someone really wanted me to try it. So, I will. Also, what is this? Is this... Oh, it's my T8-bit. I'm dumb. Okay, let's put this back together and see how well it goes back together. So this was safe bite, safe bite. Cool. We already got... I'm not going to replace the washers yet. I probably will if we have issues, but I am going to take this apart again. So let's find the round ones. I think that's the round side. The round side isn't immediately obvious to me on these, but whatever. I wonder if steel washers would work on these. Where are my steel washers? There they are. No, I can already tell you those are different. Steel washer conversion would go hard, though. That would go hard. They might work, but they're not going to work well. So I'll take a pass on the steel conversion. Later, Flips. Have a good one. Hopefully you enjoy your Polaris when it gets here. Alright, so this was the safe side. Throw that on in. I'm pretty... Actually, let's put the Zen pin in first so that I don't put this on backwards. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, the Zen pin has this little notch in it. I wonder what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that. Do all the pins have notches? No. That can't be from it just denting, though, right? No, I don't think steel would deform like that quickly. Although I guess maybe it would. Does the other pin have a notch in it? It has 2 notches in it. What the fuck? Okay, now I'm confused. Whatever. I'm just gonna put the Zen pins back in. If it matters, then yikes. Am I dumb? I am dumb. Jeez. Okay, so how is this? This is the... This is what, the open? That's the open position. This should... Put this on here first. It'd be going on like this. No. No. Oh, chat. I'm fucking losing my mind. This. Like that. There we go. Like I said, I'm still not fully here after the Bally Awards. It's crazy. 'Tis actually crazy. Finally gonna meet Lucas and Squid Team at the Anime Impulse. Their rules are strict with weapons. If we can still bring our trainers in. That is a great question that no one in this chat is gonna be able to answer for you. Like they're selling them in there, so people are going to have them. I don't imagine why it would be like a huge deal, but at the same time, you never know. What anodized should I get in the Medusa when I buy it? The one that looks the coolest to you. Wait, this is the right blade, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So chat, once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the difference between the 2 blades that we're installing. You can see this one on the left is the new one. It has a more gradual dip into the Zen cup area, which should perform more comfortable chaplains. And I am a fucking idiot when it comes to putting stuff back together because I just can't use my brain when I'm streaming. Yay. All right. Pivot. Spacer. Usually want to tighten spacer first on a washer balisong, or not on a sandwich balisong, sorry. And we put the weight at the end of the handles. We have free swing. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Genuinely so exciting. Now we're just going to switch to this way. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to switch to that way because this is the open. Yeah, no, I want to do it this way because then the open handle gap. Yep. Okay. So that one is very obviously supposed to go that way. Then we put the new bushing is already in the blade. And this one is also very obviously supposed to go that way. That at the end. Can't wait to wash my hands. Make them not smell. Throw this on tap. We need to fix that pin. And pivot spacer. Just tighten the spacer first. Have you flipped a Prisma Pro with speed channels? I have not. I cannot offer you any opinions on that. And especially because I can imagine it would make quite a difference to the overall flipping experience of the Prisma. Oh, fuck, the pin came out. You guys hear about Matt Pat? I did. I'm very happy for him. I'm happy that he gets to ride off into the sunset with the internet's love and adoration behind him and having made an exceptionally comfortable life for his family. I wish him nothing but the best. Nice. Actually a little bit. I think that is tap. Rather than just like actual rattle, because the bite handle is very loose, but this is also unlubed, so that could be why. It could also be because the spacer isn't tightened down. Nope, this feels pretty good to me. All right, let's try the chaplain. Way better. Oh my god. Exceptionally better. Exceptionally better. So once again, chat, this has a more gradual indent into the Zen cup. Whereas the old one had a very pointy point right there, which means that, you know, it's not going to feel the best on chaplains. This feels very, very good. And also, I'm actually really liking the weight change. The location at the end of the handles, it helps with fanning so far, I'm noticing quite a bit. But before we damage this thing too much, I am going to put a drop of lube on it. Since we really won't have to take apart the pivots, we should be good to lube this thing. Because, you know, changing the weight back if I want to or taking it out is only going to require taking off that screw. Also, there's something rattling around in there that I have to fix. Not exactly sure what that is. So the Daisico video, if it gave him a community guideline strike, then he won't be able to upload for like a week. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there. Which is it's so fucking stupid. I wish I could figure out what that was. It's definitely not tap. There's something physically jittering around in there, which is weird. Yeah, YouTube. I'd love to upload a whole rant video about YouTube, man. They don't care about smaller creators. Mike Shake can upload a video that gets millions of views that is clearly geared towards a younger audience. And the thumbnail literally is like, razor sharp knife. Like, go look at the thumbnail. It's like, oh, this is a razor knife. He can upload that, no problem. But the second that we upload videos about plastic toys, that's when everyone gets upset. Can't have that on YouTube. I wish I could figure out what's rattling. Not the pivots. This thing has barely any play. I think it might be the weights. Maybe I need those Loctite-y weights. Maybe that filled in some of the gaps. But the chaplain. The chaplain, I want to make this clear. It is so much better. There's still a little bit of discomfort there, but that's just because this is a heavier Balisong than I'm used to, so there's more weight being pushed into my finger. Otherwise, much better. If I chaplain, like, I wouldn't have been able to chaplain this old blade for very long without getting like a crazy blister or something on my finger. In fact, I did. I have a blister on my finger from doing that clip that I posted on my story. But this, far more comfortable. What I'm trying to figure out now is if I like the weight placement better. Because it's definitely different. It's insane how much of a difference it makes if you just move a weight like an inch lower on the handle. Saw you playing Val yesterday. What do you think of the new gun? Dude, chat, we'll take a break from Balisongs for a second. I played Valorant for the first time in over 6 months yesterday with my Valorant crew because I miss them. I'm such a good friend that I put aside my hatred for Valorant to play with my friends. Oh my god, that game. I haven't played since Sunset came out. That new map, I've never seen it in my life. I think that came out last August, if I remember correctly, and I quit like a few weeks before that. But oh my god, is Valorant like just not an enjoyable game anymore? I enjoy playing with my friends, I really do. But ISO is annoying as fuck. The new gun is super, super weird. I don't really get the new gun, I'm not gonna lie. It's really slow. Like, it shoots really fast, but the takeout time is really slow. The reload time is really slow. It just feels really, really bad to use. And I know if they speed it up, it would probably be overpowered, but I just don't like using it that much. And yeah, Valorant. Ugh. Yeah, the reload feels awful. So does the takeout speeds. It just doesn't feel... It feels very clunky. And again, I get that they can't really buff it, because then it would be just overpowered and way better than the Marshall. But Valorant, man, is that not a game I enjoy. I had my first spray fight, which, if you don't play Valorant, it's when you just sit there and you shoot at each other until someone hits their bullets, because there's random spread. And halfway through the spray fight, my instincts kicked in from Risk of Rain. I'm not even kidding. And I took out my knife and I ran away. I like jumped away because the feeling of sitting still and shooting something after playing months and months of roguelites where staying still is a death sentence, it activates every single like wrong response in your body. Like, it feels so wrong. I think I like it a little better with the weights at the end, though. Getting back on track to Balisongs. It's the muscle memory. Yeah, my muscle memory does not like standing still and shooting things. It just feels wrong to me. Especially in a game like Risk of Rain where you can get one shot by floating bells or big lizards or something like that. Do I like this better is the thing. So here's the thing. This feels better to fan because the weight is pushed out towards the end of the handle, so the fanning feels way better. You have a better balance of you have a good T. It has a good flat T fan because the weight is at the end of the handles instead of right here, which means you get weird momentum stuff. That's the weird momentum I was feeling in the initial video. That is entirely gone when I fan on this. But it also kind of turns the Superfly into more of a BB Barfly flipper because there's a lot of weight at the end of the handles, just like the Firefly. Not necessarily a bad thing by any means. I personally like Barfly's uniqueness, but this kind of turns it more into a Balisong that, like, feels a little more standard. I mean, it's weirder, but also I feel like I've flipped it before, you know? Whereas the weight being up here felt a little bit more unique almost. Oh, and the other thing with Valorant, why not? ISO's fucking annoying. I got hit with his ult twice and I was raging the entire time. Don't pick me up out of the map and put me into a different map when I have a frenzy and the other person has an LMG. It doesn't feel good. Granted, I won because he's dog shit and the frenzy is amazing and I love the frenzy. So, like, but even then, even me being at a disadvantage and winning. I came out of that fight feeling like, this is annoying. I don't want to do this. ISO's ability is one of those things that I know isn't actually that good, but the feeling of getting sucked from the map and put into a 1v1 area, fucking annoying. Don't do it. Don't take me out of my position and put me in a different arena. Sounds like you enjoyed it more with the weights higher up for the uniqueness. I did. Maybe? I'm still trying to figure that out. That's what I'm really stuck on. Because I think from a more objective standpoint, this flips better. It has better fans. It doesn't have that weird like fanning momentum I was talking about in my initial video. I can flip it a lot more like my other Balisongs in the sense that I can flip it kind of just sitting here, not really moving my wrist too much, relying on the momentum of the Balisong. But it also... it does kind of lose that like uniqueness that it had. Now it kind of really feels like my nemesis, like a bigger nemesis, you know? Which is good. Maybe it'll finally give me the balls to sell my nemesis since I don't really flip that anymore. Want to get a BBSuperfly, but for some reason it looks super long to me. I missed the first part of stream. What have you changed on it so far? So we changed the blade out. This is the old blade is on the right. The new blade is on the left. You can see that there is a more gradual incline into the Tang Cup, which makes for much more comfortable chaplains, especially for people with small fingers like me. But yeah, I hate ISO. ISO's infuriating. Oh, interesting. If I squeeze... what the fuck? So if I squeeze the bottom of the handles, there's still that little tap. If I squeeze the top of my handles, there's still that little tap. What the fuck? Something is loose in these handles, and I don't know what it is. If means... what do you mean means? I don't know what you mean. Like money? If money isn't a concern, do you recommend the Superfly or should I get a different trainer? I think if you think you'll like the Superfly, pick it up. I think it's a really good value. What's the verdict? Way more comfortable chaplains. I'm still trying to figure out if I like the balance change from the different weights. But in order to help me solve my problem, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the weights out to answer that guy in chat earlier who asked if I could do exactly that. And if the tapping stops, then we have our verdict. So I'm going to take the weights out. And we'll see if it's still, like, loosey-goosey in there. Or if it flips well. I doubt this is going to flip well. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. There is nothing at the end of these handles. See, this is why I question Blake's ICW system. Because I just removed the weight without disassembling the Balisong. Ooh, that's a tough one, Brandon. I gotta go with both. I really do gotta go with both. But yeah, like, see, I didn't disassemble it. The ICW system, correct me if I'm wrong, you still have to remove a screw. So, like, I don't understand what's so innovative about it. Oh, the little shake is gone. We found our culprit. It is the weights. What the fuck? Wait. 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 Whoever suggested that in the chat, mod that guy. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Do you see that choker fan? Do you see that choker fan though? It just goes. Oh my god. Wait, it's actually sick. And it's still Chaplin's better than the Vulp. I'm sorry. Oh. It doesn't Chaplin great. I will say that. The Chaplin's, but like still. That's a Chaplin. Oh god, that went straight into my side panel on my PC. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't Chaplin well, but it fans and choker fans so good. It's so good on the fans and the choker fans. Oh my god. Yeah, Brandon, your Volt Pro looks awesome, by the way. Oh. Okay. Wow. Why? Why? Look at this. There's nothing. This is really surprising to me because I was positive this was gonna suck. Because these are brass. Brass is like a relatively, like, it's not the heaviest thing out there, but it's relatively heavy. And these handles have nothing. It's literally just a pivot holding these two handles together. So I really thought this was not only going to carry no momentum whatsoever, but it was just not going to feel very good. I am happy to report I was wrong on all fronts. Like, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Chaplains and rollovers are exceptionally weird. But, God, it's like, it's almost blade biased. It's like ever so slightly blade biased, I think. Almost? Maybe not. I don't know. If you weren't sent the Superfly, do you think you would buy it? So that's the thing. Usually I'm not interested in Balisongs, and the ones that I'm not interested, I ended up liking the most because I don't have expectations for them. If I wasn't sent it, I probably wouldn't have a reason to check it out. But if I was ever able to try one, like I went to Blade Show and I tried one, it would probably convince me to buy one. And having experienced it, like if this was a pass around, I would absolutely be interested in buying one for sure, especially since it's on sale right now. Like for $240, if you buy one right now, this is a stellar deal. That's the price of a Kraken trainer. You could have this with the adjustable weights, the customizable blade, all of the extra hardware, or you could have this with just this, a sheath and a box. That's a pretty, like, $240 is nuts. Like that, $250. Let's. It's like $246.43 or something ridiculous like that. That's nuts for this. I'm upgrading from a Vulp into my first really good Balisong. I mean, there are definitely Balisongs you could get that are cheaper than this if you don't want to spend all the money. But if you really want to experience a more premium Balisong, I mean, this basically has the same unboxing experience as the Vulp does. Like, you get all the extra hardware. You get the T8-bit, T10-bit, sorry. I'm so used to Barfly being T8, even though I don't think it's ever been T8. Isn't that the price of a TI glider? It is, and I would pick this over the Glider Antarctic any day of the week. The TI Antarctic, I would pick this all day. You lose a little bit of granularity with the spacer system, because the spacer system on the Arctic is far more robust. You have more weight pins to deal with. But, like, considering that I have tried 3 different weight distributions that all feel very different to each other just by moving weights and removing them is pretty crazy. And in fact, I kind of want to put in both weights now and just try all of the... Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put in all of the weights and just knock out trying every single weight distribution. Barfly, I'll be honest, like, I've never really considered them, like, the best deals in the industry. Like, they're good, don't get me wrong. But usually you're getting, like, 60-61 aluminum and kind of a weird flipping experience for, like, 160, which is not bad whatsoever. It's just not as stellar to me as something like, I don't know, like the Prisma V1 or something like that. But this is an industry-leading deal, in my opinion. Easily. And if you've tried a Superfly and you've never messed around with the weights a little bit, mess around with the weights a little bit, dude. It changes far more than I expected that it would. Like, it is subtle. Like, the differences are subtle, so you do have to have a little bit of knowledge into what actually has changed. But man, dude. And check this out. Haven't even taken the screw out. Oh, that weight is not in there, though. That, my friends, is an undisassembled Balisong. That I have put a weight into. Whoopsies. Now, granted, is this more frustrating than it probably would be if I just took them off? Yes, but I'm lazy. SlifT trainer. That is another phenomenal deal. Yes. I was not aware that the SlifT trainer only retailed for $300. Which the SlifT trainer is probably my default recommendation for $300. In fact, I'm probably... Now that I have the Superfly, I'm going to go in and change my recommendation document. And now that I know that the SlifT is $300. Phenomenal deal all around for the SlifT and for the Superfly. But, like, while the Superfly is on sale, this flipping experience for $240, I really do think you got to jump on this. I really do believe you got to jump on this. Try it with all weights in, since I know some people really like their handle bias out there. The only thing I'm not liking... That's not tap. That's just the weights rattling around, which isn't the greatest. Wow, now that is literally just... You know, that's not as handle biased as I thought it was going to be. Definitely not my weight preferences because, you know, it is more handle biased than I generally like. But if you like, this kind of feels like a Superfly. If you like maybe the original, not the Superfly, God, I'm dumb. If you like the original Firefly, like the V1, this kind of gives me that experience, you know? You've got a lot of weight at the ends of the handles, which carry a ton of momentum. But, like, it still flips good. Yeah, they do come Loctited in. Like, no, don't get me wrong. This is definitely handle biased. It's just not as handle biased as I was expecting. Like, this kind of feels... This feels almost more like the Kraken trainer. Like the V3. Is there room for 3 weights? Not that I can see. From what I can see, there's only room for the 2 weights. Also, what do you mean, Odo? What do you mean hole for the weight pin? Do you mean like the hole inside the weights? Is there something that's supposed to go inside the weights? I don't think so. No, none of the pins would fit inside the weights. Wow. I'm incredibly impressed. This, like I said, if you like the original Firefly, this kind of reminds me of that. Very, very, lot of momentum, a lot of weight at the end of the handles. Still flips pretty okay. I think my personal favorite, like, it still definitely has a lot of handle weight, don't get me wrong, but this is with 2 weights. I think this still flips good even with 0 weights. The machine, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Also, what do we... I may be sold. The only thing I found weird is basically in my understanding, all the reviews on it on YouTube are by flippers that were sent it. Unfortunately, that is kind of the name of the game. There's not many reviews out there for Balisongs that people didn't get sent, you know? Like, if I had paid all my own money for this, my opinion would inevitably be slightly different. Maybe, I don't think in this case it would, but just like, here's an example. My favorite Balisong of all time that I shill to no end, SlifT. I paid for this myself. I paid all $415 of this out of my pocket. Technically out of the Blade Bias pocket, but still, it was my own money. And it's same with the Prisma Pro. The Prisma Pro I also shilled to no end, paid for it myself. Machinewise has never sent me anything, and they are the brand that I shill the most. So if you want to like wait for someone who hasn't been sent it, totally respectable. I totally respect it, but I believe that I do a pretty good job at mostly trying to stay as objective as I can as if I spent my own money on the Balisongs that I talk about. Paying for it yourself or being sent it for free can have very similar effects on the opinion. Yeah, they can. I mean, I almost like my SlifT more because I paid for it for myself. Like, I feel like those $400 went to a company that I love, that I really support, and I got a product that's worth way more than that, in my opinion. That's beautiful. So, I totally agree. But in this case, again, like, you're talking about buying one right now. If I paid $240 for this, I would be shilling it out of the ass. Like, genuinely. Being sent it for free can be really, really cool. It makes you more excited to own it in the same way paying for it yourself in terms of having a positive feeling towards it. Oh, I see. Yeah. I guess that's fair. Yeah. What do you think about the EPS 101 tie? We will talk about that in a little bit. But first, chat, let me take these weights out. All weights in, definitely not bad. Not my favorite. If you like a lot of handle bias in your knife, you're probably going to prefer it with all the weights in. Because, again, it's definitely handle biased. I don't want to let that get lost in translation. But it's just not as handle biased as I was expecting. We're talking Firefly levels of handle bias here, I would say. Reminds me of the Firefly in a good way. It's like probably the most BB barfly weight configuration of the Superfly. But I was really enjoying it without the weights, so I think I'm going to take all the weights out again. Yeah, the weights, I will say the weights do fit in there fairly loosely. So if you ever take it apart and put it back together, rattling is going to be an issue, which is a little annoying. But I saw people in chat mentioning that they put like tissue paper or cotton or something in there and they fixed it. What's being fixed about the Superfly I just got here? Oh my gosh, I'm still scrolled up so far in chat. So Daisuko, here is the change. For anyone who's just joining us, this is the new Barracuda blade. I believe this is just every Barracuda now. I'm pretty sure. So you can see on the right here, there's a much more gradual increase into, there's a much more gradual slope into the Zen Cup, whereas before it was like a point. This point was extremely uncomfortable for me, especially because I have small fingers, so my finger is right up against that point. That point was very uncomfortable for me to chaplain on. The new point is, oh my god. All right, I'm flipping it with one handle with weights out and one handle with weights in, and you can really feel the difference. Wow. But it can't chaplain. It can kind of chaplain, but it results in a much more comfortable flipping experience. And he sent that to me. He sent that to me definitely like a day after I made my initial video. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, chat. You guys are the ones that watched the video. I don't really think I complained too badly about the comfort of the chaplain in that video. It became a far bigger problem later on. But like in that video, I think I was relatively tame towards the comfort of the chaplain. And Barfly still, next day, sent me the changes and were like, I have one in the mail for you. And I was like, holy shit, dude, that's just insane. Barfly is insane at taking feedback. Yeah, wasn't that the same thing for you on the Firefly V2, Brandon? You guys had issues with the chaplain, and then they fixed it like the next day and sent you a new one? Or something crazy like that? And they did that, and don't even think this is like, oh, they only do that for the content creators. They did that for the community. If you guys remember, the Firefly V2 initially came out with only the pockets milled in the bottom of the handles. And everyone was like, oh my god, this needs jimping. They added jimping within a few hours, I want to say. And then everyone was like, it needs lines, like on the side, like right here. It needs like weight or grip lines right here. That was implemented in like 2 days. They are absolute chads. I don't know if it's one person or a group of people. The person that I've been dealing with is just one person. It could be a group. I don't know. But yeah, like they respond incredibly quickly to feedback, especially in a community where feedback isn't taken like super awesome, like super often. Think like a squid problem. I mean, we've been complaining about squid's Loctite for years at this point, and they still haven't done anything about it. So it's really nice to see a company like genuinely care about making their products better. My Firefly's tang comps aren't very comfortable with chaplains. Well, this change should have fixed that. Again, I'm like, it's certainly not, it's not perfect, but we're like 90% of the way there, I would say. I think the problem is just that this is heavier than I'm used to, so it's more weight being pushed against my finger. But this is objectively, like, I could chaplain this for 10 minutes straight and not really have an issue. But the old tang, I chaplained it for 5 minutes straight and got a blister on my finger, so, you know. Welcome to Canada, where being nice is our #1 priority. I also want to respect the Bally Moose, and also being from Canada. I think that's really funny. Surge is awesome. I am exceptionally impressed that they not only got a change out that quickly, but it made that much of an improvement. Because I gotta be honest, the biggest problem I had was the chaplain. The chaplain became a huge problem as I started flipping the Firefly more. This feels way better. In fact, I'm willing to do this live on stream right now. I'm changing my recommendation doc. Oh, I'm not logged in. Why did Firefox just wipe all my logins? Never mind. I can't change it. My login, I need to look at my login. Have you tried the Prisma Pro with speed channels? No, I have not. That is a Balisong that I would never justify purchasing just because it's probably going to be a change I'm not a huge fan of, and also it's just such a small change, realistically. Maybe I'll try it at Blade Show and I'll let you guys know. This is one of 3 Balisongs that I'm getting sent this month for Blade Bias, actually. So the content for Blade Bias does not stop. Superfly versus Prisma Pro. On sale. Ooh, this is crazy. On sale, Superfly. Not on sale, Prisma Pro. That's tough. Not on sale is tough. I'm gonna admit it's a closer race than I would like to admit. Not on sale. On sale, I would absolutely go with the Firefly. You just get more. Like, you're paying an extra $60 for a lot more. The Prisma Pro is still amazing. Still probably one of my favorite trainers. And flips fucking phenomenally. But the realistic take of it is that the Prisma is going to take a while to ship right now. You know? I'm looking at the overall picture. I agree with you, Odo. They're very, very different Bally's, but at the end of the day, you're still trying to decide which one has a better value for you. If you're willing to wait and you're fine with aluminum, I would go with the Prisma Pro personally. If you want titanium, if you want the customizability of changing the blade and changing the weights to different flipping experiences, and you want like the case and the extra hardware, I would go with the Superfly. Whoopsies. So let's say this. Pure flipping Prisma Pro, overall like package, Superfly. On sale. Not on sale, I might say Prisma Pro. But again, we're talking about a Balisong that's MSRP is $150 more than a Prisma Pro, so versus the Kraken trainer though, get a Superfly. Genuinely. What's it sound like with the Superfly? Is it nutty? I mean, I don't even have to give you that. I can just... That's without weights too. With weights, it would be a little more buzzy, I think. But it sounds pretty good. It is pretty quiet. It's a pretty quiet Balisong. It feels very soft almost. Yeah, it's definitely quiet. Like, here's the... Here. Superfly, Kraken. There's a... I can see it in my audio monitoring. There is a huge difference. Huge difference in the volume levels. Is the Superfly the only trainer where... No, absolutely not. No, there's a lot of great trainers over 300. Whether it's worth it or not, that's up to you. Because there are a lot of people in this community who will die before they spend over $300 on a trainer. I know a lot of people who are like, that's a trainer for $250? I'd rather kill myself in a video game than spend that much on a trainer. Chat. I hope people get this reference. Chat, why are all the new flippers in the Balisong hobby such pussies? Yeah, you've got the Nami trainer, the Seraph trainer, the Opus trainer, the Superfly, the Nemesis, the Madco, the Tsunami trainer, the SlifT trainer is technically over 300 if you want to get it customized. There's a lot of good. I like, oh, the Kuno. The Kuno's another one to mention. Okay, I'm glad people figured that out. I don't know the reference, but now I must find it. If you look on Reddit, you might be a little successful with that one. I don't want to push people. I don't like to push people to bully people. Like, that's not a good thing to do. But you're gonna have a take that stupid and anti-Balisong hobby, then you're gonna have to expect people making fun of you for that one. You are gonna have, like, again, please don't go find this person just to make fun of them or like threaten them or do something stupid like that. But I am gonna poke fun at them on stream for sure. Because what they said was brain dead. Later, Steffi. Have a good one. All right, chat. So that was the Superfly. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more off stream. I'm also going to put these bushings in the... What the fuck? The bushing just went inside my chair. Did I just say the bushing trainer? Okay, I got it. Where do I want to put this? So these are the bushings to the old blade. I guess I could just put them inside the blade. Yeah, they'll stay in there. Okay, cool. Tuned bushings that work. I think this thing actually has better tolerances now than it did before. So that's pretty cool. Next up, chat, don't go anywhere because we're still in Balisong maintenance mode. The legendary Zippy Balisong has come up with a way to remove the bottom pivots of your Vault Pro if they are stuck, and I'm going to give it a try live on stream. But first, I'm going to go wash my hands so that they stop smelling like motor oil, and then we're going to check on some Balisong news, and I'm also going to look at that Reddit post because I really want to see the comments on that nowadays. So just give me 1 second. I am going to leave you with the most recent blade bias video. Actually, no. I'm going to leave you with my entire Balisong collection for like 5 minutes. And then I will be right back. So you guys get to hear about... Let's start off at the Orion. What's up, Dubmo Blade? I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Enjoy the video in the meantime. Okay, my hotkeys don't work anymore. That's cool. I like it a lot. Next up, the Empusa. One of my most expensive Balisongs in my collection. And definitely one that I'm the most proud of. That's the Empusa, but whatever. You get incredible. This kukri style blade is so distinctly Grant and Fellowship blades, and I just love it. But the flipping of it is also really, really good. As I'm trying to transition into a flipper who flips more slow and controlled, I find that the Empusa's balance is very, very good for that. The Empusa has always been a Balisong that demands a slower, more flowy flipping style. It doesn't really want to change up the way that it's going. It's still very light and fast, especially for what it is. This thing looks bulky. It looks aggressive. It looks like it's not going to do what you want it to do, but it really does. And I do enjoy how it flips, especially now that I'm moving to a bit of a different, less jerky and fast flipping style. I mean, you can even see right now that I'm just flipping this thing slower just because, you know, that's what the balance of it really demands. But the real standout of the Empusa for me is, one, the ano, because it's one of the most vibrant anos, especially in sunlight. Down here, it's not really showing, but you put this thing in sunlight, and it just glows. But the standout is just how it looks and how it's built. I EDC this sometimes. I switch between it and my SlifT. It holds up great. Feels great in the pocket because it's thin like the Nemesis. But I don't find it feeling small like the Nemesis does. So the Empusa, one of my favorites. Especially just, man, that kukri blade. Oh my gosh. The Empusa blade. I know I'm throwing the word favorite a lot. This might be one of my favorite looking live blades. I'm probably forgetting of one that I just like absolutely love, but this is absolutely at the top of my list for live blade designs. It's so cool, man. Next up.
Damn, I'm still yapping about the Empusa?
My
What
Fire
the
and
hell?
Ice one, to be specific, which nowadays is kind of my beater Arctic, which back when I bought it was not supposed to be the plan. This was supposed to be my safe.
I've always wanted an
Arctic,
Orca trainer.
Supposed to be my
Can't
beater.
justify it with how expensive
But
it
we'll
is.
get to
That's
why
fair.
that change was made in a little bit. The Arctic feels
I gotta be
very
honest.
good. The Arctic and
I gotta be honest, you're not really getting a whole lot of value for your money with the Orca trainer. I'm not gonna say it's overpriced or anything like that, but I think you could definitely do better. Orca V1's your favorite Balisong? The Orca V1's fine. It's just the trainer that I... Oh, my hotkey works for that scene. The Orca V1, like, that's fine. It's just the trainer I have a hard time justifying. Oh! Medusa trainer. That's one I forgot. Valley Wars are so good. Thank you, Dumbleblade, and thank you for making a video again. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Okay. I got myself a little bit of green tea for my throat. My throat's drying up. Let's go on a little bit of an adventure, chat. Why did Solaire message me? Oh, about my story. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, Solaire usually doesn't... What's your favorite looking trick, whether you know it or not? Ooh, that's a really tough one. I've always liked Will's Z-Choker. I think that's just a very swaggy way to do it, and he does it so cleanly. Like, he kind of pulls it to himself, and then he stops. He doesn't really have to do anything else. The multiple scissors are pretty cool. Anything tech-related, like what Banks does, is pretty cool. Yeah, I want to... So, again, chat, I am not advising you to go out and, like, dunk on this guy. Well, I mean, you can dunk on him all you want, but I'm not Why did it sign me out of everything? What the fuck? I don't even remember my fucking Reddit info. Oh, yes, I do. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm not advising that you go dunk on this guy. Please, or just be mostly nice. But this guy... Oh, wait, no, there's updates. He's actually responding to people. Oh, no, I want to dunk on this guy. Okay, I'm sorry. We're dunking on this guy. So this is the original post. He got the I am very insecure tag, which I think is really funny. Shout out to the mods for that one. Why is every new Balisong flipper such a pussy? Flipping butterfly knives used to be cool before trainers came along. Chat, let's get one thing straight. Let's get one thing straight. You, yes, you, are not cool for flipping a Balisong. And if you disagree with that take, you've got a little bit of self-awareness to look for, because what we do here is not cool. You should not be getting a massive ego because you flip a Balisong. Granted, there are people in this community who are ridiculously talented, and they are definitely cool. Like, for sure. I know Dubmo Blade was in here earlier. Hell yeah. Odo, you're an amazing flipper. But just flipping a Balisong does not inherently make you cool. We are on the same level as people who like build Legos or build computers, or like we're nerdy. It's definitely a nerdy thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that your social status does not make you better than other people because you flip a Balisong. Can we all agree on that before we get into this? Because that's my take. Okay, again, there are flippers out there who are cool, like Red Edge. There are people who are swaggy and cool and whatever. But you do not inherently become cool just because you flip a Balisong. It's just not how it works. This guy doesn't believe that. Where's the risk? Where's the rush? Now these Balisong nerds are like Rubik's Cube kids who got bored. You were always a Rubik's Cube kid. You just had a little bit of danger involved. Use live blades, heavy knives, and don't be a bitch. Make Balisong cool again. Oh, there's so much to unpack here. There's so much to unpack here. And I'm going to say it before we get into this. I flip live blades. I do not think I'm cool for flipping a live blade. You know? It's just how it works. There is nothing that makes a trainer and a live blade worse or better than each other. They are better in different ways. Like a live blade you can use as a tool. I like to use it as a tool, obviously. But trainers, you can do a lot more interesting things. You can learn a lot quicker. There's ups and downs to both sides. There's not an inherent better one. So, most people just started kind of dogpiling on this guy because obviously you kind of have to. What I didn't realize is that he started replying to people. Budo is actually fairly active in my community, especially in the Discord, but he's in chat sometimes. With the top post, this is giving me massive Virgin vibes. I mean, yeah, it's just this whole post comes across as very insecure. Like, and the insecurity just radiates out of this guy when he takes offense to that. And he goes, you flip plastic toys and post to Fortnite Battle Royale asking when Goku's coming back. Who's the real virgin here? This sentence insulted this guy so much that he felt the need to comb through Budo's post history and insult him for it. That's next level insecurity. Holy shit. That's really funny. Talk a lot of shit. Oh, and then we did it right back. That's really funny. Some people can't have Balisongs by law. Also, this is another great point. Like, Balisongs aren't legal everywhere. When did we forget that? I'm really excited to see what he says to this. Who are you to just call everyone else pussies and then tell us what we enjoy? Oh God. Does he post in the fort? Wait. He has another post where he posted a picture of him getting cut, and he said, why is everyone who flips Balisong such a pussy? Oh my God, he does. Wow. Well, now I see why he made fun of Budo for being on Fortnite, because he's on Fortnite himself, and he is very, obviously very embarrassed of that fact. That's really funny. Chat, general rule of thumb. Don't call someone out for doing the exact same thing that you do each and every day. It's not a good look. That's really funny. Your. Oh no, he used the wrong your. Imagine not being unashamed of what you enjoy. Dude, check this shit out. I'll put myself in this guy's cross sights. Look at this. You want to talk about Fortnite? One of my highest upvoted comments on my profile is from Fortnite. Where is it? Have I really posted this much on Reddit? What the fuck? Okay, fine. I can't find it, but one of my most highly upvoted comments that I've ever left was on a Fortnite subreddit. And also, if we go to my posts, I have posted multiple times on Fortnite subreddits, making different combos and all of that for, you know, for the Fortnite fashion. I've done it. In fact, I posted a video. It got 170 upvotes. Look at that. It's not a lot, but back in the day for little Ethan it was. I played Fortnite back in the day. I played Fortnite recently. Hell, Fortnite OG was sick. So anyway, all of that to say, come on, man. Come on, man. Wait, Lucas replied to one of my... Hold on. Hell yeah. Lucas called me a history buff. Let's fucking go. We'll get into this too. Lucas apparently teasing that the Trident is coming back. Anyway, I'm getting really distracted here. I'm most intrigued to see if he responded to me. I doubt he's in tune with the Balisong hobby enough to know what Blade Bias is, because you gotta get in pretty deep to know who Balisong, or to know who Blade Bias is. But still. Search within yourself and ask why you feel so intimidated by people who are doing their own thing in their own way and having fun. You wear your own insecurities brightly on your sleeve, making statements like this. This is legitimately just what, this is just what my opinions were, so I didn't even really leave a comment. It was just this. I'm not intimidated by y'all. You're just making me look soft. People don't think Balisong is cool anymore because every new flipper is terrified of getting hurt. Oh my god, what the fuck? You're making me look soft. Did this guy like go on a date or something and his date thought that Balisongs were stupid? Like that, it's giving me the vibe that like he got dissed by a woman he was seeing or something for flipping a Balisong, and he just blames that on all of us rather than him obviously not having anything of a personality outside of, I like to cut myself, but not in that way, YouTube. Like, dear God. Did he respond to anyone else? Oh no. People are pussies if they have no desire to learn how to flip if it also means risking slicing themselves to the point stitches are required. Believe it or not, there's a difference between being a dumbass and being a tough guy. Clearly, you do not know this difference. Based. Testosterone is the determining factor of your willingness to do risky things. I've been flipping real knives since 12 years old and haven't gotten worse than a shallow cut. Just say you have low test. What? Holy shit. This is why people hate men. I understand now. I get it. Dude, if you think you're cool for cutting yourself since you're 12, I have really bad news for you. And then this guy just bringing out the facts. No one is impressed. Flipping Balisongs was never cool, is not cool, and never will be cool. You're cringy for thinking it is. I flip lives, and I think you getting so pressed over people not because it makes you look uncool reeks of the insecurity of a teenage girl or an unemployed 20-something-year-old. Holy shit. Damn. It's true, though. It's so true. The fact, so here's the thing, chat, like, the fact that he cares so much about how we make him look proves that he has nothing going on in his own life. If his self-image is so disturbed by the fact that people in his hobby do something that he doesn't like, do you know the level of, like, lack of personality and self-image that you have to have for that is? I'm butthurt because people who do the same thing as me don't do it in the way I wish they would. That just that just reeks of I'm not good enough to be proud of myself. So I put all my eggs in this basket that was never really a basket to begin with. It was 100% cool since trainer kids came along, and you had to at least have half a nutsack to use a bally because it meant you may cut yourself. Flipping live blades is absolutely more impressive than plastic toys. Nobody can argue that. And you may not have experienced it, but it actually is cool and does impress people, but maybe that... Okay, this guy just got dissed by someone in his real life, and he's upset at us for that. That's really funny. He can't impress the ladies anymore with his little sick flipping tricks, and he's getting mad at us. I'm just going to do the community a service and downvote that one because that's insane. Flipping live blades is more impressive than plastic toys. Yes, I will give that to you, but it's still not cool. There's nothing cool about it. Unless you do it ridiculously well, which I guarantee you this guy doesn't. Racing cars was cool until seatbelts came along. Yeah, the fear of death is really what makes me feel most alive. Oh my god, it's pathetic. It's laughably. Solaire's here, let's go! You're delusional and a nerd who likes spinny, flippy fidget spinner knives. It's the epitome of uncool. As I said, I flip lives. There's clips of me flipping in my post history. I'm sorry you're edgy and you think you're a super cool dude, but it's not reality. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I could never imagine my self-image being damaged so much by people using trainers. He's not even using trainers. That's the crazy part. If he was using trainers, like maybe I would understand. If he's self-reporting that he's a pussy and he doesn't want to get cut, like maybe I would understand. I do that. I don't flip my live blades because I don't want to deal with the cuts, you know? But he's upset that other people are doing it. Your self-image should never be grounded in other people. It's self-image for a reason. Seems like those are the only ones he's actually bothered to reply to. which is a little sad. Oh, here we go. People called them butterfly knives back when they were cool. And yes, of course, I'm a mock trainers. It's like riding a bike with training wheels your whole life. It objectively just isn't, but okay. Just take them off. They look stupid and aren't necessary. Not toxic, just harsh. Oh, he's one of those guys. I'm not. I'm just being honest. Oh my god, speaker went in. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't reading all that, but... Watching a sport. And I get not wanting stitches, but to be fair, I've been flipping blades since I was 12. You haven't gotten worse than a shallow cut. Chat. Can we be honest here? If he has never gotten anything but a shallow cut, he's probably not doing anything impressive whatsoever, right? Do I have any more experienced flippers who can kind of confirm or deny for me? Because I feel like if you're bragging about the fact that you've never gotten more than a shallow cut, you're not doing anything impressive or anything worth people being impressed by. This guy obviously cares what other people think about him because he wants people to be impressed by what he's doing. I got a really bad cut on my pinky and I don't even do anything that crazy. So I don't believe he's doing anything really. Or you were born a god or lizard. I've had the tip of the knife go into my palm and it wasn't even a hard trick. I mean, yeah. Like, this is crazy. I feel bad for the guy. I genuinely do. As much as I want to... Dude, so true, Solaire. Holy shit. I am laughing at him and I am poking fun at him. I genuinely do just feel bad for him. I really do just feel bad for him because to be someone who's that fragile that other people affect your self-image that much. Like, he always talks about how, oh, you're making me look soft. People aren't impressed by it anymore. So he obviously cares what other people think about him. And to have that get to such a high degree where you are actively lashing out at people who have nothing to do with you because your self-image isn't as strong as it used to be is crazy. And I genuinely do just feel bad for him at the end of the day. There's really nothing else to say on that front. He's kind of pathetic and I genuinely feel bad for him. It's really sad, actually. Anyway, let's go to more uplifting news. Our second of 3 or 4 stories. Lucas posting, "What am I cooking? Wrong answers only." What is he cooking, chat? I wonder how many people actually know the importance of this blade. In other news, what do you guys think about the new Thai bare bones? What do bigger bushings have to do? What do you mean? The Trident. It's probably going to be a Blade Show exclusive. That is probably a pretty good shout. But this is not a new Balisong. You might be looking at this and thinking, oh my god, it's just a Triton. No. This is a long dead design from Squid Industries called the Trident. The Trident was I believe it was a sandwich precursor to the Triton. I wasn't around back then, but I do know of its existence. If there's someone who was around back then, feel free to correct me. but this was one of their earliest precursor to the Mako. Okay. Yeah, because I guess it was sandwich, so it probably got turned into the Mako at some point, and then they reused this blade for the Triton, because it's very obviously like a Triton-esque blade. But this was a sandwich aluminum Balisong that I think came out right after the Squid Trainer. Could be wrong, but this is not new. This is not new. He said wrong answers only, so I commented why it's a completely new Balisong design that's never been before seen in Squid's history, and he said, glad to see we have some true history buffs. So the Triton is coming back, I guess. Or the Trident, sorry. Which, I wonder if Pyro's seen this. I think there was someone at Blade Show who I remember talking to who loved the Trident, and I think it was Pyro. I wonder how he feels about this. Which, I'm gonna say it. Squid, I'm really excited to see all the new stuff that you're doing, but just please release the fucking Hydro. Please. Please, 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 please. Please. You've been teasing it for 3 years almost. Just put some time into it and release the goddamn thing. It's gonna be a Balisong without handles. So true. He doesn't show us anything besides the blade, but he does show multiple blades, meaning I would take this as a soft confirmation that we're going to see Tridents returning at some point. This comes right after the news that Squid is releasing the actual Oreo Trident, or the Oreo Nautilus. Doesn't look like they posted about it here. Maybe they posted about it on their Instagram. They're showing them grinding the Hydro Blades? No way. Oh yeah, so they're releasing the true Oreo Nautilus. It's pre-Triton, but like, did it become the Triton? Did the Trident, like, directly transition to the Triton? I don't think so. I think it might have been directly from the Trident to the Mako. I could be wrong. Again, this is before my time in Balisongs. But the Oreo Nautilus was always the Nautilus that I had, which we were talking earlier about how paying for stuff can lead to disappointment. I never commented on it, but that's what happened with my Nautilus. If I got sent the Nautilus for free, I would have been slightly less critical of it, I think. I still would have been very critical of it, but slightly less so, because it wasn't my own money being wasted on a Balisong that I didn't really enjoy. Trident to Triton is how it went. Okay. Mako came years after the Triton. That's how I thought it was. But we have the true Oreo Nautilus. Instead of the white G10 black interior, it's now an actual black interior, white interior. Or black exterior, white interior. They're also doing this anime stuff, which is pretty cool, I guess. But I don't care about because it's probably never going to release outside of this thing that they're going to. They are finally grinding some Hydro Blades. That's really cool. I hope it comes out soon. Later pictures of it go on. Found the Trident post from way back. Nice. And then finally, chat, our last story that I'm aware of. There could be more stories, and if you guys want to see me talk about anything, please throw it in chat. But EPS. EPS. Nope, that's ESP. Where's EPS? What is EPS's Instagram? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. The titanium something. EPS has teased a new design with some of the wackiest speed channels I've ever seen. In titanium, EPS known for... I mean, they have the titanium... The Wraith, I believe, is titanium, right? Oh, it's a Ti 101. Okay. I think the Wraith is titanium, or is it steel? I'm unfamiliar. It's G10. That's mainly... It's got the G10 scales. Okay, but it has titanium liners. So this technically isn't their first titanium trainer. But as far as I'm aware, it is their first fully titanium trainer with no scales or anything like that. Their knife, Balisong trainer, whatever. So that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people are excited about this. I know Bimby is really excited about this. Bimby, I know you're in chat. Oh, there's a TI Wraith. Okay. But this is pretty cool. How do you feel about J Park posting videos of doing doubles with one hand? J Park. Japark. I call him J Park. I think it's actually pronounced Japark or something like that. But this is very cool. Looking forward to it. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. But Japark. J Park. My man. I know Ty and J Park used to talk quite a bit. I think J Park's the one who taught Ty his like crazy combo that Ty ended up becoming known for. But check this out. This is not the first time he's done this. He posted another clip late last year doing this. But this shit is wild. This shit is wild. Flipping with 2 live blade Balisongs in one hand. You want to talk about innovating the flipping formula? This is innovation. And yeah, it's goofy because, like, how the hell do you do that? But this could turn into something genuinely really cool. I mean, it already is genuinely really cool, but you know what I mean? Like, you could improve on this and make it ridiculously clean. Because he's doing tricks with both knives. This is not the case of like, oh, hey, I'm doing doubles and then I'm only doing like one repeated combo in my left hand and then my right hand's going crazy. This is like, no, he's not just like holding the tsunami for fun. He's doing tricks with it too, which is wild. So if he keeps this up, this is a very clear nomination for Flipper with Flair 2024. I mean, hey, Jelly won best edit for the squid post he did where he spun the Kraken on the floor. Maybe J Park can win for this. I did a collab with him and Ty. Yeah, you guys were Kraken Club or something like that? I remember, I distinctly remember that edit. Dude, I missed Ty's Daily Shot series. I know it didn't do, like... Nah, I guess it did pretty well, but I miss it. Bro, fucking dude, Balisong flipper with a girlfriend. What an idiot. Yeah, Kraken Club. J Park and Professor Abstract. I need to do a clip before I go back to school. This was almost 2 years ago, which is crazy. Back before Ty, this was way before Ty got that style he was so known for. This is kind of back when he flipped a little bit like me. Very rollover based. Although I think at this point he was still better than I am. Also, I love how Bimby's in chat. Like, this was when I sucked at flipping, and he is just crushing it. What are you taking in school? I go to school for computer science. And I will give no more info than that for privacy concerns. Ty's Instagram game was genuinely so good. The meetup that we had, I had my Nautilus and my old I miss my old Squid Trainer, dude. I genuinely do. The Marin Light. The video that never was. This video would have went crazy if he actually got to make it, I feel like. He had so much passion for the Marin Light. You miss the Vortex at all? I really don't, I'm going to be honest. The reason I sold the Vortex was because I have a flipping experience kind of similar to it. The Prisma and the Vortex fulfilled very similar niches in my collection. And the Vortex was just the one that I preferred less. I like the rounded handles. And I do look back on flipping clips from my personal account that I posted that had the Vortex in it. Like, I miss it, but, like, I don't know if I would ever get another one, you know? Do you think the Squid Trainer is the best trainer that Squid sells? I would give it to the Squid Trainer or the Kraken Trainer, personally. The Prisma, I should maintain Vice Intense. It's not incredibly similar. The Prisma is way longer, but the balance kind of fulfilled the same niche for me. Like, the Vortex is like that very neutral, almost blade bias feel, and the Prisma is kind of in the same category as that. Squid Trainer Superfly? Oh, Superfly all day. The Squid Trainer, as much as I like the Squid Trainer, in my personal opinion, gets beaten out by most things around it in terms of, like, value and all of that. Prisma Pro over Squid Trainer. Kraken Trainer over Squid Trainer, personally. Even Prisma V1 over Squid Trainer, I would say. Do you still play Splatoon 2? No, I play Splatoon 3 now. Yeah, it's not a bad value, especially for Squid's lineup. Like, bushings and grip and all that at that price point for Squid is genuinely pretty good. But I'd say it gets beaten out by its competitors in the price range. Oh, the Squid Trainer flips amazingly, and a lot of people really like it because it's super neutral. And people pop off with them because it's just like it's genuinely, it flips pretty well. You can pop off with any Balisong though. That's the thing. High thought. I'll just go with it. I find it genuinely fascinating that someone like me ended up as a major part of the Balisong hobby. Certainly not something I ever even considered a potential thought ever. Dude, you're telling me if you would have told me 3 years ago that there would be 34 people sitting down and watching me look at Ty's Instagram account, I wouldn't have believed you. I never would have believed you. I always used to be a YouTuber in thought only. I would, like, pretend to talk to a camera just because I thought, it's kind of funny to do. But, like, never ever was I serious about becoming an actual content creator in any way, shape, or form. So, I can't believe the position that I'm in. It's got a name behind it and it's easy to get a hold of. Yeah, for sure. And there are a lot of Squid sponsored flippers, and since a lot of the Squid sponsored flippers do a lot of more techie stuff that kind of messes with handle bias, handle bias messes with a little bit in some cases, you get a lot of them flipping the Squid trainer because it's one of the most neutral things that Squid offers. I've been in so many different hobbies due to changing hobbies, but for the short time I've been in the Bali community, I've never felt so welcomed. I'm unironically surprised to hear that because we're sort of known for our toxicity to beginners, but I'm glad that you seem to have found like the good side of the community to join. So we're happy to have you and glad you feel welcomed. Just switched a Mako pivot out for a Machinewise pivot, and wow, no thread lock of any kind needed. That's what increased thread count will do to you. Machinewise goes crazy with that stuff. You think Squid will start to... I think they should. I don't think they'll need to. I think Squid will, for the foreseeable future, sell well even without adding anything major to their value proposition. But I think they should. I also need to keep my mouth shut to stay out of the toxicity. I feel like the vibe here is very friendly, so I'm definitely coming out of the shell a bit. If you have to keep your mouth shut, maybe you're not in the right community, you know? Here, on this stream, you should be able to just speak your mind pretty freely as long as you're not being blatantly toxic and hateful like that guy on Reddit. But yeah, we're kind of turning the Balisong community into a more welcoming, friendly place, I think. One person at a time. Oh man, Blade Show 2022 was so fucking sick. Ty's old scales that never saw the light of day. The Prisma collab he did with me, even though he was way better at flipping than me at that point. I hate my part in this collab. It fucking sucks. Where's the... I love this edit. I don't know why I really love it. Well, no, I do know why I love it, because it was one of the last times Ty and I went out and recorded, like, actual B-roll together. My boots. Coca-Cola. I think I'm in the video at some point. The Barfly V1 was genuinely such a fun Balisong. It made me so excited, and it's one of the first Balisongs I can remember feeling that with besides my original Arctic. I can't believe I never got one, to be honest. I was really into that thing. The Mako, the polished Vulp, the collab we eventually did, which watching nowadays is probably going to make me cringe because fucking, yeah. I can do everything that Ty's doing there, but actually the scissor transfer, not bad, but my flipping here is dog shit. I hate it so much. Whee! It was a pretty cool collab, though. The Tay collab is Medusa. His Instagram game went really hard. I can't even lie. He did a lot of cool stuff on Instagram. He did the swordfish video, guitar stuff. This, probably one of my favorite things that he did, honestly. It was just so fun. And he said he misses the friends he used to have, which I don't think that means me because I'm still friends with him, but shot of the day. Oh, it was so good. Later, Belly Flaps. A lot of the techie flippers that use squid bellies tend to go for the knot or the Bowie Kraken. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure, Kumi. But we're still not there quite yet. What if Squid did with other trainers what they do with the swordfish in terms of color? What do you mean by that? Yeah, there's definitely both end of the extremes. I heard Atlanta toxic speed channels make you run faster. Yeah, I guess they do. Not after what you not after what you said during the Bally Awards? What? Colored blades and shit? They can't do that because you can't do colors like that to steel. Well, you can. It's just a really not durable coating. Oh, Bimby sent me the original the original post for the Trident. There she blows. Mako handles with that blade. Squid offers... Oh, the custom... They did that. They did that with other trainers. They did that with the Kraken trainer, I believe. You just mean the made-to-order stuff, which I agree. I think they should do, but they did. Let me make sure that they still have it up before I say anything else, but... Built... Yeah. You can get a Kraken trainer built to order, and it also means you can get official speed channels straight from Squid. You said he wasn't your Bally friend anymore? Oh, people... I feel like people don't understand what I meant by that. I said Balisong buddy. Ty is my best friend in real life, but he is no longer a part of the Balisong community, just objectively. So he can't be my best Balisong buddy because he doesn't do Balisong stuff anymore. He is still my closest and best friend that I have known for 20 years. He's just not my best Balisong buddy. Yeah, he did not, or they did not announce this whatsoever. But it's pretty cool. I mean, the one thing that I'm really annoyed about is that you can't mix and match. Like, I can't say I want a blue handle and a green handle. You can only get one specific color. But, whatever, man. Still top tier, just a title change. Exactly. It would be inaccurate to call Ty a Balisong buddy at this point. And even then, Ty was almost never one of my best Balisong buddies because Balisong buddy implies that I know you through the Balisong hobby. He was just my best friend, like genuinely. Balisong buddies are people like Brandon, although I would argue that I'm extremely close with Brandon, more so than people in my actual real life. Some of them, not... Anyway, but like Balisong, but like Pyro and Banks and Dalen and Grant and all them. Who would you say is your best Balisong buddy? Probably Brandon. Brandon and I get along so fucking well for like almost no reason. I don't get it. When I first got into the hobby, I really expected to vibe with Will a lot more because we were both like the presenters of our specific channels. Because that's back when Ty was helping me with the videos. we were like the presenters, the people in front of the camera, the people with maybe a little bit more energy. And I thought Ty and Brandon would get along because they were like the camera people, the guys who were like, oh, I like editing and lighting and all this stuff, so they could hit it off with that. It was the complete opposite. Will and Ty have very similar energies to each other in real life, and me and Brandon just completely hit it off. I love that dude. Made to order, but where the fuck is orange? Yeah, they don't have all the colors. They don't have green, they don't have orange, they don't have pink, they don't have gunmetal. Scrolling through Squid's website, found out about the black Squiddy AL. Excuse me? I was going to buy a Squiddy for my first plastic ballad. My friend gave me his Squiddy B today. Oh, congrats. I hope you enjoy it. There's a black Squiddy AL. Oh, shit, there is. Anodized Squiddy AL. Green and black. Also, $105. Holy shit. That's a pretty steep price increase, I feel like. You're more expensive than a base Mako. That doesn't sound right to me. Does that sound right to you, Chad? That doesn't sound right to me. No way. The normal Squiddy AL, I think, is a great price. And I'm not saying this is a bad price. It's just way higher than I thought it would be. I thought like 95 maybe for Squiddy ALs. So that means that the anodized Squiddy AL now cannibalizes the Mako, the base Mako. Or you could say that the base Mako cannibalizes the Squiddy AL. I'm not going to deny aluminum anodization is a difficult process. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. But Squid is amazing at cannibalizing their own lineup. And the titanium mod Squiddy L is 97. Shit, dude. The only thing I would want titanium in a Squiddy AL is the eye weights. Because titanium hardware is just less durable. It's less hard than steel is. It's just kind of how it works. Right, and V2 is going to be gone soon. This is something that I saw earlier, actually. The original... Oh, no, sorry, the Blemish Squiddy. The Triton is on clearance right now. Which is really interesting, because usually you only put something on clearance when it's going away. And I'm pretty sure they did the same thing right before they launched the Kraken Trainer V3. I'm pretty sure they put... I could be completely wrong on this. But I'm pretty sure they put the Kraken Trainer 2.5 on clearance right before the V3 came out. So could we be looking at maybe a discontinuation of the Triton or an update of the Triton? I hope, personally, for a discontinuation of the Triton. Oh my god, that made my glasses even worse. I personally am really hoping they upgrade the Mako, make it a little more expensive if you have to. I don't care at this point. Upgrade the Mako, discontinue the Triton. That's my personal hope. It's impressive that Lucas was just a kid who liked to flip and built what Squid is today. Love or hate Squid, you have to respect it. Oh, absolutely. For sure. Maybe it has something to do with the trident. I mean, maybe. Yeah, if we're comparing business practices to Apple, maybe that's a sign to pump the brakes a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Yeah, I really would love. I need to switch these headphones. The Timeless have such a shallow fit that once you get like a little sweaty or your ears get a little waxy, they just keep falling out and it pisses me off. I need something that fits in my ear a little better. That's where I get my blessings out. And I can't hear myself talk, but whatever. It's better than putting headphones over a beanie. Removing it would give them more space to work on other things. I totally agree. It's why I think they should just remove it, you know? Focus on other things. Let's get some other stuff into the limelight. Which maybe they're doing. You not have a way to monitor your own voice? I mean, I do. I just choose not to use it. I would rather use live, actual audio. Even if it's the audio bouncing around in my skull. I hate listening to myself live like that. Like, I can do mic, monitor, and output. And it's delayed. It's awful. It's really bad. Or I guess I could use this, but I don't care that much. Dude pays for extra space at Blade Show to give flippers a place to chill. Epic. Yeah, for sure. Squid is an amazing company. Lucas is a great guy. That does not mean I am not going to criticize them. That's the nature of how it goes. If Machinewise ever does similar stuff, I will be similarly critical. Squid has done a lot for the community. Squid continues to do a lot for the community. Like I said, Lucas is a great guy. All the people that work there are amazing. They do great things. They're cool to talk to. Their lineup is getting way too complicated. Especially with things overlapping each other. Vault Pro bottom hardware fix. Let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. I need a thin metal object. I will use Zippy's hex key, considering he is the one that gave me this fix through his YouTube video. So, chat. We fixed the BBSuperfly. We talked about news. We dunked on a guy on Reddit. Now it's time to take the pivots out of the bottom of my vault. Which, this could go one of two ways. We're going to pop the screws out, and then I will turn the camera down so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so what we want to do is on one side, we want to be turning the pivots, which I literally can't do with the screwdriver. Oh no. There is a very large chance I strip the fuck out of these pivots, but you know what? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the thin metal object up through there, and I'm going to push using the table. And then we are going to turn and wiggle these pivots. It is actually coming out. I have to move my mic so I can get a little more leverage. Let's go. Zippy's the GOAT, dude. Zippy is just the absolute GOAT. Oh my god. I will never be as Chad as Zippy is. We're figuring this shit out. Well, hot damn, there it is. Now, I'm gonna look straight into the camera and say, Nabali's, fix your shit. You better get that fixed. But, we did it. Now I'm terrified of putting them back in. But first, let us flip the Vault Pro without the pivots at the end. Remarkably similar to how the Prisma Pro flips without its weights. More neutral, less momentum. I'm still getting a lot of momentum, more than I would expect from a Balisong like this without the pivots. But I don't know if I particularly like it. I'm not sure if I particularly like it. It's good. No, Brandon did not do an oopsie. We'll cover that in a second, chat. It's good. It feels a little bit more unstable. Is the big thing I'm noticing. It feels less grounded, if that makes any sense. Like, it flips good. It's definitely a little bit more neutral, but I feel a little bit more shake and unsteadiness whenever I flip it. And it's not carrying as much momentum, meaning that 0Gs are kind of... 0Gs, actual chaplains kind of suffer a little bit. Fans are better, but I would rather have the good 0Gs with the pivots. I think this is a kind of thing that... the zippy plugs would be really good for. You get that tiny little bit of extra weight from the plugs to give it a little bit more momentum instead of just having nothing down there. That's not bad. I prefer it with the pivots in, but that's not bad. I like that. You know what? We're going to leave the pivots out for now. I am so glad I was finally able to get them out, but Nibali's really got to work on that one. That's not great that that's what I have to do to take them in and, or put them in and take them out. Either way, we got it. Let's go. So, chat, it seems like a lot of you are out of the loop on this one. But Nibali's is doing titanium shit. They posted this a day ago, talking about their new G10 and titanium design, a sandwich design with inlays, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest, this thing looks goofy as all fuck, because why are the pivots and the end of the handles like built like a fucking PS3 game? It's like polygonal, you know, it's like octagonal, hexagonal, something like that. I don't like it. It looks really, really goofy. This inlay is pretty cool though. I don't know. Nibali's, they make really good stuff when other people design for them. They do have some good designs of their own. I'll give it to them. The Hydra is really good. I think the wing looks pretty cool. This thing is a pretty cool looking Balisong. But sometimes, man, they just show some of the weirdest stuff, and I think this is one of them. Yeah, not really exciting me too much, I'm not gonna lie, but could be interesting. What happened to the wing? It's just not out yet, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're still doing the wing, it's just has yet to be released. Maybe the blade will redeem it. I don't know. It's a really goofy handle design. And they're definitely pulling from the Vault Pro right here, I feel like. With the side G10 piece. Thoughts on the BBSuperfly sale? Is it worth it? Absolutely. Especially the Superfly. We were talking about this earlier. With this handle and the Squid Trident blade, you have a full Balisong? I guess, yeah. I don't think it's a Balisong that I would ever want to flip, but sure. Some of Nibali's designs are really fucking weird. I maintain that the Trident is one of the ugliest Balisongs that I have seen at the price point. The Morse is pretty good. The Lightning's okay. The Marbles is probably my favorite. The Trident, or the Hydra is pretty good. But I think their best designs come from the ones that they design with other people. The Wave and the Vulp. Looks like they're going for a more EDC adjacent design. Maybe. I don't know. Why does Instagram always do this? I'm not holding my mouse. Stop. Kind of vibe with the Hydra. I think the Hydra's good. I think the Hydra's a good design. What was the other thing? I wanted to show off something else. Oh, the barfly sale. Yeah, let's look at the barfly sale. This is not. What am I doing? This is not barfly. These are pretty cool though. Is that G10? I think it is G10. That's really cool. Oh yeah. Damn, cool spasm fingers. Very cool. BB barfly. Let's look at what they have got on sale. Damn, they're selling barfly or firefly V2s for 120. Oh, hell yeah. That's a hell of a deal, chat. That's a hell of a deal. I think that's even cheaper. Yeah, that's even cheaper than the Barracuda. The Superfly is currently $243, which I think is a phenomenal deal. You can get replacement blades for like 40 bucks. This picture does not seem to reflect the new changes he made to the spine, but I'm sure that they are probably in production now. I actually don't have any information about that, unfortunately. BBSuperfly has been getting amazing reviews by top flippers, with mentions of it being the best flipper in their collection, beating out products that are 2 to 4 times the price. Huh. That's a sentence that you chose to put on your website. I mean, granted, it's not his words. He said mentions from these amazing reviews by top flippers. There is not a single world in which I would put the Superfly above a $1,200 Balisong. No way. But, okay. I mean, whatever. It's still a really good value. They should make a Squishmallow, but have it weighted. A weighted Squishmallow would go really hard, but they would lose their squishiness. What if it was a JK Bally versus a Superfly? I do think the fit and finish on the JK Bally is more, like, is better than the Superfly. Superfly versus Barracuda. I've never tried a Barracuda. Gonna be your first ever. Oh, nice, dude. Welcome to the hobby. I hope you enjoy. What else is on sale here? Barfly brings the absolute best dollar for dollar, best value dollar for dollar in the Balisong marketplace.